All right, Joe Hennessy. The name of the channel is The Children. On YouTube, it's Joseph Hennessy 1161. And I'm going to get this video done today. I don't know how many times I tried to start and stop this because I get tongue twisted. For some reason, at 61 years old, I don't seem to be able to spit my words out like I used to without getting tongue twisted. Oh, well. But anyway, I'm looking for rainbow warriors, star seeds, light workers, empaths, star children, spiritual beings having human experiences on Mother Earth, because that's what we came here to do. And we get stuck in the duality loop where they keep looping us into negativity. That's what this world is negativity after negativity after negativity. And they try to blame us. Everything's our fault. They're always putting us in fear and shame and guilt. But that's not how it's supposed to be, because we let the deep state do that to us. We let them manipulate the way we think about ourselves. And we've been dumbed down for so long, we have no clue who we truly are anymore. But people like myself and millions of people like myself who are starting to wake up, are starting to realize about who we truly are and how we are all source of God. And that's what we're reclaiming, is our conscious contact with our higher power through our pineal glands, which is in your forehead, which has been calcified by fluoride. But we're waking up one day at a time. It's all about us raising our frequency, being positive, stop letting them gaslight us, stop watching the news, because that's all they got is fear. Try to scare you, shame you, put you in guilt. Don't let them do it, or they win. You need to rise above and start seeing for yourself and start researching for yourself, because once you go down the rabbit hole, you'll see what's really truly going on. But it's being fixed. We are fixing it one day at a time. We're going to slowly but surely get to the next dimension, which is the fourth dimension, which is a staging ground for the fifth dimension, to where we live by our original blueprint, happy, joyous, and free. You go back and watch my past videos, you'll see all of that. But until we're at that point where there's enough of us on the same wavelength, we're going to keep getting what we're getting. The gaslighting, all the lies. Look what's happening in Minnesota with the ICE agents. They're trying to gaslight or divert attention away from all the fraud that's happening in the state, billions and billions of dollars. You got all these crazy white liberal people who are up in arms about illegal immigration or people being rounded up, saying people are feared to come out of their homes. It's all BS. This is what the people voted for. We just want the worst of the worst to be rounded up. All the people committing fraud, crime, rapes, murders, gang members, drug dealers. People were let out of a lot of foreign countries' prisons during the last administration's presidential time, up to 20 million people. So we have to get rid of the worst of the worst. I saw a video about Chinese sleeper cells coming in through the border, and they were well prepared, and they didn't need any help because they knew where they were going, and they all allegedly had crisp $100 bills to take care of their needs. It's all a movie. It's all a presentation to keep us in fear, keep us entertained. They're talking about flying around the moon next week. Why you waste all the money flying around the moon? If you've already landed on it, why don't you just land back on it? The common sense is so non-existent when it comes to NASA. Elon Musk can fire a rocket for $10 million and it costs NASA $150 million. What's the difference? The government agency. It's all gaslighting. It's all to keep us fed and entertained. If they need all the infrastructure to launch a rocket from Cape Canaveral, why don't they need that infrastructure allegedly on the moon to send it back? And there's too many questions about the moon that you can ask about. It's freezing cold, so how do they walk on the moon with no heating systems? Where do they put all the oxygen? Where does all the fuel go? Where does all the food go? Too many questions. And I've run into too many scientists and pilots and educated people who just run away from me. But they're going to keep gaslighting because they don't want Donald Trump doing his job, tearing down the old system. When Davos told them they were done. He said it in 2016 when he came down the escalator. He said, I'm giving the country back to the people. He said that he caught them all. He caught the swamp. He did catch them all. And people don't understand. Donald Trump's been 45, 46, and 47. We're under hostile takeover in 2020 due to election fraud. And that's all coming out now, especially in Georgia. That's what Maduro in Venezuela, part of the reason was the Dominion machine that they were used in Venezuela as well for him to steal the election. And I'm sure he's in Washington singing, naming names about everybody that he paid in the American government. People don't know that Donald Trump is playing 5D chess. All those podcasters are all over him like they know everything, or he's not doing this and he's not doing that. Because we're dealing against Satan, so he's not going to tell anybody what he's doing, and he's going to go about it in Donald Trump style. But everything seems to work out. I've stayed over and over again. Look what they tried to do to this man. And guess what? Nothing works. He's the real Teflon Don. And they never will catch him because he is here to be the great disruptor. But they're going to keep pounding on him and beating on him and lying about him, even his own party. He's not a politician. He is a businessman. He loves America. He loves you. He's not a racist. And I always will keep on presenting this as an offer. I will debate anybody, anytime, anywhere, on any forum about any subject that's going on on this planet. Because most people want to fix the matrix, which is broken. But I don't want to fix the matrix. I know what's coming. The new earth, the fifth dimension. It's about us raising our consciousness. They're going to keep on trying to divide us because service to self doesn't cut it with God. It's got to be service to others, service for everybody. The 1%ers who hoard everything from us, there's so much abundance on this planet that we all could be happy, joyous, and free and not have to work and eat and live like kings. But due to the perception and the narrative that we keep letting them beat into our heads. And I understand the cynicism because I keep getting it, because I keep telling people what's coming. Prosecutions, all the disclosure, 2026 is going to be a big disclosure year for all the nefarious crimes that have happened to us. All the people who hate you, hate children, all the crimes against children and crimes against humanity. And I've said this before, President Trump has been rounding people up since 2017. When you're dealing with the swamp, I believe there was 100 million of them. So he had to arrest 100 million of the deep state to get rid of their system. And it's going to take some time. So that's what's been going on for the last 9 years. Do your own research, do your own digging. Donald Trump was asked to be the president in 2015 by the legitimate military. And it had to be somebody who loved America and was clean. Because the deep state was going to come after him, and they still do. And they can't find anything about him. And they keep harping about the Epstein list. He's not on it. Because if he was on it, it would have been out in 2016 when he said he was running for president. The only only thing that's changed about the man is one word: Democrats or Republicans. They hate him. The Unity Party hates him because he's the destructor of the British imperialism system. But they're going to keep gaslighting. They're going to keep saying that he's a racist, he's trying to be a king or a dictator, which is such BS because who is he locked up? Ooh, Don Lemon got locked up today. Who cares about that? But the real lockups are going to be coming. Disclosure is going to be coming. The real truth about what's really happening on this planet, our true origins, our true history. There's 200 other civilizations up there watching us do this transition. And there's going to be a lot of people who aren't going to be making that transition to the new dimension of unconditional love. Because a lot of people aren't going to believe it. They're going to be happy with their 3D matrix life. But I've come to the realization that it ain't much of a life on this planet because all you do is work and possess things that are useless to you, that you can't take with you. We don't spend enough time on our relationships, on ourselves, and loved each other. We spend so much time trying to get external things when everything comes within. That's what God's really all about as well. He's not in a church. God is within you. And that's the one thing that the deep state, the lizard people don't have, is that Christ consciousness. And that's what Jesus came here to teach us, and we didn't listen to him. The Christ consciousness. That we can do all the things that Jesus did. We're all God's children. So don't let them gaslight you. Stop watching the TV set. Start thinking for yourself. Start hanging out with me and asking me questions, because I got different takes for everything. Religion, politics, entertainment, big tech, the government, because we've been told nothing but lies. And I always share this: you don't have to believe anything I say, because I'll just steer you down the rabbit hole, and once you start digging for yourself, then it's up to you to figure it out. And if I have woke up a few people, and I know I have, because people don't run away from me the way they used to. They're a lot more receptive to what I say, because all I care about is fixing this planet for the children, our most prized creation. And look what they're doing to them in California. Leave them alone, and they're going to be left alone. My inner child is not going to let it happen. But anyway, stay high frequency, get out and play, take them shoes off, ground in the dirt, in the grass, in the water, roll on the grass, swing on a swing, slide down a slide, kick a ball, be a kid. Make some story up in your head about imaginary people, because they're real. That's what kids do. Imagine. And that's what we all should be doing. We have no imaginations anymore, because it's beat out of us. But guess what? The fifth dimension, your artistic value, everything you love to do, dance, sing, play an instrument, it's all going to be available. Happy, joyous, and free, people. Don't let them gaslight you. Don Lemon got arrested. That's a joke. He went into a church. People have no respect for people anymore, especially the radical Democrats. And like I say, I'm not part of anybody's political. I am not part of anybody's political party. That is correct. I am a worker for God, for spirit. So it's all about that Christ consciousness. Love each other, love your brother, love your mother, love everybody, even the people you dislike, because they can't stand love, and that's our greatest weapon. Archangel Michael said, yield the purple sword of unconditional love, and you will be protected. So stay high vibe. Stop watching that TV set so much. Things are happening. 2026 is going to be a fantastic year for disclosure. The truth's going to come out, and the outlines from a higher vantage point or higher sources will let us know where we're really headed, instead of you having to listen to me and saying, Joe, you're crazy. But I'm not crazy. I've never been so clear in my life. 57 years, the first 57 years, I wonder why I was put on this earth. Now I know why. To be a star seed, to be a light worker, to help Mother Gaia and help her children take us to that next level of love, light, and that God essence. Jesus loves you. I love you. Everybody have a great day. Get out and play. Namaste.